Students, I am most definitely at a stage where I can start setting up my sheets. So that's what we're going to do here now. And if you go over to your project browser, you'll see you've got a vertical sheet and a horizontal sheet. So there's the vertical, and here's the horizontal. Now, I think the horizontal is going to be the one I'm going to use for the plans here because they are long and narrow. So let's bring a view over. Let's bring the basement view over. Okay, let's stick it in there. Now, you'll see that the basement is at a scale of 1:200, and it fits in quite neatly there. 1:200 now is quite a small scale as such. Let's bring over the ground floor plan. It's lining up there nicely. And there's the ground floor at 1:200 as well. So that just might be necessary in terms of getting the overall plans in on your sheet. If we were to come up a scale, we'd have to do something else, like use scope boxes or something like that. So I'll discuss that with the studio team and just see if 1:200 on the sheet is acceptable, or do they want them at 1:100? And if that's the case, then we might have to go into scope boxes. I'll just show you if I activate that view and I change that scale to 1:100. Now you can see the size of it in relation to the sheet. So we'd end up putting, if you like, kind of one half on one sheet and another half on another sheet using a scope box. And if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. But for the moment, I'm going to leave it like that. Right, and then I'm going to go over, and this is hugely important that you fill out the title block here. And here are all the what's required. So this is project 02. You put in your name here. So, okay, you put in your student number there. So, okay. Now your originator is, trying to remember what all these are. So it will be AT, I think. The volume for the moment, we're just going to do the ZZ. The level, and we should be putting in the levels here, but I'm just going to put in XX there for the moment. The type is a GA. The drawing number is 001. The role is a T, and the status is S3, which is a model. Apply. Okay, where's that going wrong? Right. Now, I've got those in. The one causing a little bit of a problem is this status here. And I think there's something wrong with the label. So it should be put in 3. Yeah, it's gone in. It should actually be S3. I know what that problem is, and I'll sort that out later. Now, so is there anything else we want to fill out here? Scroll down. So the approver is, so that'll be OG, Olivia Golden. The designer is you. Okay, the checker is you. And the drawn by is you. Now, so that's filled in those areas there. So we've got all that information is in place. So that's that sheet set up, kind of ready to go. That up a little bit there, and then I'll swap this out. That's my preference, is the title no line with detail ref. And I'm just going to line it up with the other one here. Okay, so that's that sheet. Now, let's do another sheet, and I'll show you what's going on there. So, and again, it is horizontal. So it's sheet, new, and it is the horizontal typical there. Okay, there it comes. Right. So just so that we were on here, and just so that you do have to fill out all of these boxes, but once you've done it once, then you can simply hit the drop down boxes here, and it will pop in what's already there. It's the M3. Okay, so that number is actually going to be 0002. And the role is AT, and we just need the status at 3 there for the moment, even though it should be S3. So that's filled all of that in, and you'll do these few things over here as well. Right, so I'm going to bring in my level 1 now and place it. Now you'll see this is generally how they come in. You've got to do a little bit of repair work here more than anything else. So first thing we're going to do is activate the view. Change the scale to 1:200. Okay, we're going to open up the crop box just here, and that crop box is going to move in nice and tight up there. So you remember how the ground floor and the basement fit in. We'll do something similar. Okay, turn off the crop box now, and we're going to deactivate the view and select that one, swap it out for this one, move it into place. Okay, and put that up there. All right. Now, so you obviously don't have the two the ramps going in and out here. So again, if I activated that and made it at 1:100, see, it's still too big. It's still too big. Right, so I might be able to get 3 floor plan views on here. Deactivate the view, select, boom, 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 move that right up here. Yeah, I'd say I'll get that repeated 3 times down there, so I'll get the level 2, level 3, and so on in there. Okay, so I'll get those plans. Now let's take a look at our sections and see how they work out. So again, I'm into okay, that we need to name that. That's going to be plans as well. Right click, new sheet. Now I'll take a vertical with this one just to see how that works out for us. If that grid comes up, select the family, and then you can get access to the on-off switches here. So the grid goes off there. Now, here is building section 1. Bring that out there. All right, and again, way too big. So again, we're going to activate the view, and we're going to change that to 1:200. All right. Let's deactivate the view. Move it into place. Yeah, so again, you can see we need the other sheet, which is going to be the horizontal one there. Swap that one out there, like so. Let's move this over a tiny bit. Okay. Just deactivate that, or yeah, no. There it goes, right. Section 1. All right, good mess in here. Get it lined up, something like so. Okay. I want to move. Here it goes. Section 1. Now let's take section 2. Now that's the one that could have gone on the vertical sheet. That's what I was thinking. So I'm going to delete that. Section 3, and that's a vertical one there as well. Okay, so there's a bit of work to be done with this in figuring this out. So again, I'll go down to the sheets here, new sheet, and do the vertical one here. Okay, and let's that. Section 2. Okay, right click. Activate that's 1:50. Let's see it at 1:100. Deactivate the view. Okay, see the way that now that fits in at 1:100 there, and I'll probably get the other one in at 1:100 there as well. Okay, sort that out. Let's get section 3 in here. It's 1:100 there, so push those over there a little bit. So it'll be something like that, and okay, you are proving to be very difficult. Right, there you go. So you've got two 1:100s there. A few things on the levels need to be sorted out there, and the box filled out here. So in terms of, let's see what the elevations kind of work out like. I'm pretty sure they're going to be 1:200 as well. So we get a new sheet in here. New sheet, and it'll be a horizontal. Okay. Right, so here is the south elevation, which is the big one there. Activate the view, change that to 1:200. Deactivate the view. Now let's get that into position there. Okay, see how that looks. All right, so we will get, I could get the other two side elevations there, or I can get the long elevation in here. I wonder, can I at a scale of 1:200, if I bring that all the way over there, and I get the elevation, let's see what that works out like. Okay. That east elevation seems to be cutting through. I'll sort that out. So activate the view. 1:200. Okay, deactivate. Now let's see. Get this. Yeah, so that'll work out nicely there. All right. So I'll be able to get my 4 elevations in on the sheet at a scale of 1:200. Move you down a bit there. Something along those lines, and I can sort out what's going on here. So then it'll be the west elevation. Right, clicking again there. I'll show you why there. Oh no, that's probably correct because we've got no cladding on it. That's why it's kind of showing. I thought it was creating a section, but it's not. That's the way we have it set up at the moment. So activate 200, deactivate. Now, so we'll go roughly there, and then the north we'll bring in here as well. Activate. Okay, deactivate. Now, again, it'll be something like that, and we'll have to just do a little bit of tricking around with the levels up here as well. We can turn some of those off and put them on the one side and do a few other things as well. So there's a bit of tidying up to be done in that. I think what we've proven here though is that we can get the 4 in at a scale of 1:200. Yeah, something like that. Okay. A little bit of tidying up there. So, well worthwhile, I think, at this stage now, going and setting up your sheets. These are the plans. All right. This one is sections, I think. Yeah. Rename section. AA, it could be something like that. All right, and then we'll rename those up as well. So you start to build up your sheets there. So get all your plans, your sections, your elevations up, and then after that we'll deal with the 1 to 20s, 1 to 20 wall sections, and then we'll take the call out details for those as well, remembering to fill in your title block too.